Hey there everyone, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. So, in this episode of Review Flicks, we're going to be talking about She-Hulk, the Disney Plus series, and the lead actress has recently come out and commented that Disney said to her, no thanks when it comes to a season 2 of the show. So, if you are new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the movie and streaming news going on this channel. But with that down, we're going to be jumping into this Cosmic Book article. Disney said no thanks to She-Hulk season 2, confirms Tatiana Maslany. The actress says they went over budget. So this article doesn't go into major detail as to how they went over budget, but if I had to make an educated guess, I would base it on the CGI for She-Hulk herself. And then when you look at the return on investment that Disney spent, the amount of money that they put into this series of She-Hulk, it wasn't very well received, by the fans. When you look at the Rotten Tomatoes viewership score, it's only at around about 30% or just a little bit higher. And then the critic score was favorable, much more at, 70+%. But still, the majority of the fan base really didn't receive this show very well, and Disney didn't expect that, given the amount of money they spent on it. But let's go down and see if we can figure out why they're not going for a Season 2 of the show. So, it again sounds like there will be no She-Hulk Season 2. I really don't think anybody's going to be disappointed to hear there's no She-Hulk Season 2. As I say, the people that did watch it didn't really enjoy it, and the majority of people don't really care about it whatsoever. As series star, Tatiana Maslany was recently asked if it's happening and said Disney has passed on it. I wonder why that could be. Because it cost so much damn money and nobody liked it. So, while appearing on the Nerd Incorrect's Twitch livestream, Tatiana Maslany was asked if She-Hulk Season 2 is happening, and she responded, quote, I don't think so, I think we blew our budget, and Disney was like, no thanks. So yeah, like I said before, their return on investment just wasn't good. You spend all of this money to make this huge series, probably hundreds of millions, I would imagine, the same as a movie budget. And then when you get really, really bad reviews and most of your fan base just not enjoying the show, then there's absolutely no reason why you would come back to do a season 2 if people didn't like the first series. It doesn't make any sense. A rumor from back in December also said the same, which caused the thought that Tatiana Maslany had been fired by Marvel to go viral on TikTok. However, just because She-Hulk Season 2 might not be happening, doesn't mean the actress and characters still can't appear in the MCU. Yeah, even though the show kind of bombed and there won't be a Season 2 by the look of it, I still think that she could potentially appear, in Secret Wars or like Avengers 5 or whatever the movie is going to be. There's so much kind of up in the air as to what the movie's actually going to be at the moment, because things keep, swapping and changing when it comes to Marvel. So, if it's in Secret Wars, I think, pretty much every character we can imagine is going to appear in Secret Wars to some degree. So, I think there's a high possibility that she pops up in Secret Wars. But, other than that, I don't think she's going to be getting her own season. Will she pop up in Thunderbolts? Because apparently there's going to be a lot of Hulks in Thunderbolts. It's a she could potentially pop up there as a supporting character if she's written slightly different. If you take away the cringe factor and you actually write her character decently, then yeah, I think that she could be a great supporting character. But what they gave us in the She-Hulk Series 1, which is absolute Marvel trash, bottom basement, bargain basement, just garbage that needs to be set on fire, locked in a vault, dropped in the sea, and nobody ever needs to see it again. So, She-Hulk happens to be rumored for Captain America Brave New World, which is rumored to feature many different Hulks, which is what I was just saying. And Tatiana Maslany could always appear in one of the upcoming Avengers movies. I definitely think, like I said, I think she'll pop up in Secret Wars. But for me, this kind of character is a supporting character. I don't think she's a strong enough character to support her own series. But as I say, if you took away the cringe factor, you rewrite the character slightly different, put a more serious tone on her character, rather than the kind of silly, childish crap that nobody cares about, and then you use that as a supporting character, then I think she could be something awesome. I don't want to write the character off just because of this, the shit show. But yeah, as a supporting character, rewritten, I think she could be something pretty cool. Moving on to other projects. So back in October 2022, Tatiana Maslany also doubted She-Hulk Season 2. She went on to say, quote, I mean, I don't think so yet, Maslany answered when asked about a Season 2. Kevin, in the scene, seems to be very dismissive of the idea. Well, yeah, because if you spend hundreds of millions on your series and it shits the bed, of course he's going to be dismissive. So if we're basing this off the real Kevin, then it doesn't seem likely, but he also, I think, just trying to get rid of Jen at this point because she was asking too many questions, who knows. The interviewer also recommended she move on to other projects, which she replied, yeah, exactly. So Tatiana Maslany also blasted Disney CEO Bob Iger during the summer over his comments about the strikes, where she said, quote, "I think he's completely out of touch. He's completely out of touch with the workers who make his shows happen, who make people watch these shows, who bring viewers to him and him money. Having worked on a Disney show, I know where people fall through the cracks and people are taken advantage of, and it's outrageous the amount of wealth that is shared with people who actually make the show. That's crew, cast, and writers." Yes, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, your show wasn't well received. People didn't really care about the character. The whole show was just cringeworthy. And then to make things worse, the lead actress of the show is going to come out and criticize the guy at the top of the company. And you're going to slag him off and say bad things about him. And then you're going to sit around and wonder why you're not getting a series 2 of your show. I wonder why. It's just absolutely insane. You can't sit there and slag off Bob Iger, the Grand Emperor of Disney. And then, you're not going to get a second show, are you? You know, it's just absolutely crazy. But, whether she's right or wrong, you know, to come out and slag off the big boss, it's just, what were you thinking? Like, according to her IMDb, Tatiana Maslany has Green Bank, an invitation to a bonfire in the works. I have no idea what either of those are. They might be interesting. I might have to look them up, but I have no idea what they are at this point. So yeah, when it comes down to it, it looks like they blew their budget. It looks like Kevin Feige was dismissive of the idea of a season 2, and she's been slagging off Bob Iger over the summer. So, those 3 things add up to a no-go on Season 2, in my opinion. But, you never know, in the coming months, as I say, Marvel as a company is in such a massive flux at the moment. There's so many shows being rewritten, going back to the drawing board. So many things, you know, being tweaked and changed. You never know, it could be possible, there could be a Season 2. A very, very slim chance. If there was, I would, literally eat my hat. I'd be super surprised. But guys, I throw it off to you. What do you think about this news of Disney saying no thanks to a Season 2? And would you be surprised like me if we did get a Season 2? And yeah, just throw your comments, thoughts, and opinions into the comment section. I can't wait to see what you have to say about this show that nobody cares about. And yeah, thanks for listening anyway. I will see you guys later.